I'm George Thomas. I'm the race director for Race Across America, and every time everybody hears this is a cross-country bike race, they all say, what kind of a Harley are you riding? These are bicycles, so people are pedaling their bikes coast to coast from Oceanside to Annapolis, 3,000 miles, and yes, it is non-stop. When we say go here at the start line, these guys are riding. The clock never stops. So the solo racers who took off on Tuesday and on Wednesday, they're sleeping maybe 90 minutes a night, maybe some up to about 3 hours, but every time they're off their bike, they're losing time. So here, we're going to introduce you to a number of our relay participants who are going to be taking off on Saturday at noon. These people will be crossing the country in just over 5 days, and we are very proud to have a number of teams here with us tonight. We've got the crew from Viasat. This is going to be Viasat's 7th RAAM in a row. And who do we have with us here?
Rich Walsh.
Rich, have you done RAAM before?
I have. I was on the 8-man team last year for Viasat.
And what brought you back?
You know, my teammates talked me back into it. I had a great time last year, so I'm looking forward to get back out on the road this year. Yeah.
Cool, Rich, thanks very much. You and your trek, why don't you wheel on over here? Now, you're out from Georgia?
Yeah, that's right. My name's Eric Cross, out here from Georgia on Team Viasat as well. And this is my 2nd year. Rich and I raced together last year and had a great time, and really looking forward to a good race and good competition this year.
Now, Viasat is out on an 8-person team, and most of the 8-man teams will break up into 2 teams of 4, and then they switch off doing 15-minute stints on the bike. They're going as hard as they can throughout their poles as possible without giving too much away. What's your strategy this year?
Well, it's the same strategy we've used for the last couple of years, and like George says, 15 minutes, you go hard, and then during that 15 minutes, like if I'm on the bike, then Rich will be in the car doing what we call leapfrog, and so he'll be like 5 miles down the road, and when I come on down to where he's at, then he'll go out, and once I pass him, then he can go real hard, and we just keep doing that for about 5 hours. After 5 hours, the other 3 teams will take over. We'll hightail it down the road and find a hotel to sleep in for a few hours and then get up and do it all over again.
All right, well, it's good to have you back. Way, now you have raced a number of times. This year you're crewing. What's the, tell us about crewing.
Well, we're the people that make sure that the racers are prepared every day to be out there on the road and fight the elements, and we are out there to be at all times behind them or be in the cars with them. So I've crewed year before last, and then I raced last year, so hopefully I'll have the experience from the race to better serve my teammates while they're out there on the road racing.
Good to have you back, Way. Fun to be back in Oceanside? You better say yes.
Yeah, obviously it's a good place to be. It's a good place to start a race to go across the country. We're sea to sea, basically, yeah.
And you're racing this year? Which RAAM? No. Okay. You're the crew chief. Why would you take on the logistical nightmare that RAAM can be, especially for an 8-man team?
Because I like bloodshot eyes, I guess. I'm not really too sure. This year I really am not too sure. Last year was a fun year. This year is hopefully a more fun year. And I like the logistics of it. I like poring over the maps. I like trying to find out where we're meant to go. And then I like the surprises you throw at us when there's construction on the road and a little bit of flooding in the Midwest and we've got to go round something. So, yeah. It's for anybody out there that wants to look for crew, you know, go down to the pier, look and see what's going on. The people are always looking for people to pull up for next year. So.
All right. I just want to say, there's no way we would make it across the country without Barry. Barry's the key to our team, absolutely.
Spoken like a true team member who wants a lot out of his crew chief over the next week, right?
He's going to keep me alive, baby.
So Race Across America this year obviously starts in Oceanside. We go through the desert into Arizona to Colorado, over the Rockies, Wolf Creek Pass, Levita Pass, Cuchara, down into Kansas, which can be mentally devastating. You're feeling like, wow, I've made all this great progress and now I'm rewarded with thousands of miles of flat Midwest. Then you go into Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, back to West Virginia, and then we finish at City Dock in Annapolis. And up next we have the lovely ladies from Team Blood, Sweat, and Gears. No, from Denver, Colorado. Tell us who came up with the team name and what's its significance?
Hi, I'm Ann Lance, and the name Love, Sweat, and Gears comes from obviously the love that we have for the sport that we're participating in. The sweat represents the amount of work that goes into this, and gears represents the cycling portion.
What's your goal?
To break a record.
What record is that? The album that's available?
Yeah, the vinyl record. The women's over 50 record, which was 6 days, 11 hours, 34 minutes. We said last year.
So how can 4 ladies over 30 break, how are you going for the 50 plus record?
Right, well, you know, over 30, we thought we'd just add a few wrinkles, you know, we're good to go. No, we're all animals, we're going for it.
What's your training been like?
It's been lots of intervals, lots of hours, several sessions per day.
Now, this is a really tough record to get. The team last year that won overall was really, really experienced, had some great riders on it. What's giving you the mental push to be able to chase that record? And not only chase it, but feel like you can catch it and pass it?
Well, I think we have a lot of self-confidence. We've worked extremely hard for the last year, and we're hoping for a big tailwind.
And can we get words from my favorite dancer at the moment?
We're very excited to be here. We can hardly wait to go. And we're looking forward to seeing you in Annapolis.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in Annapolis as well. Is that one of the hardest things, just waiting for the gun to go off?
Oh, yeah, by all means. The gun to start yesterday. No, last month.
All right, Love, Sweat, and Gears. You can follow them along at www.raceacrossamerica.org. Ladies, great having you up here. Now we have a very special group of young men who are over here enjoying their great food. Let's have Team Sarcoma come on over this way. Dana Lieberman from Bent Up Cycles, good to see you. So a lot of the teams doing Race Across America now are really raising a lot of funds for charity. We have one team here who has raised over $300,000 already. Another one is pushing that. Crew chief for your team has sarcoma. Can you tell us the significance of why you're riding for the Sarcoma Foundation?
Well, for those of you who don't know sarcoma, let me back up. My name's Dana Lieberman. I'm one of the racers, and here we have Chris Kaiser and Steve Petty, and our 4th racer is eating somewhere. But sarcoma is a very rare form of cancer. Most people don't even know what it is, and there just aren't a lot of treatment options for it. And our crew chief is actually currently going through treatment for sarcoma cancer. He's actually going to be here for the start over the weekend, and then he's off to Houston for another round of chemotherapy and MRIs and all that kind of stuff. Because it's so rare, we really wanted to promote the Liddy Shriver Sarcoma Initiative, which is a group that provides services for people going through the recovery process from sarcoma. So that's why we're here. Unfortunately, David, who was our crew chief, had to go to into the hospital for about a week and a half because of complications from sarcoma. And so we had Ron Smith, who is being a little gun shy right now, but he's over there. He has stepped up as our crew chief, but this whole experience has really reinforced how important this is for us to help out the Liddy Shriver Foundation. So.
Thanks, Dana. For your team, you've got a replacement rider and a replacement crew chief. You a little nervous about this?
Not at all. I think we have a good team. No, we have a good team. We have some good riders. We all get along together. We're going to have a great time. We're going to do well.
Got here for fun, competition, both?
Both. We're going to do well, and we're going to go fast too.
Love to hear that. Steve Petty. Okay, this is pretty cool. His wife is on the crew. Her birthday is June the 22nd. They're hoping they'll be done about then. And that same day is their wedding anniversary. What a way to celebrate.
Absolutely. No pressure, right? That's her wedding. That's okay. No, that's her birthday gift and wedding anniversary is Annapolis, Maryland. So.
Her birthday gift and wedding anniversary is letting you ride your bike across the country while she has to work. Love it. All right, Team Sarcoma, hope you have a great race. Thanks for coming up. And Team RWB, Team RAAM Daybreak. Did I get it right?
I can't do that for you.
Tell us all about your team.
We're out here riding for my name's Daniel Mulhill. We're out here riding for Team Red, White, and Blue, which is a organization that helps reintegrate soldiers back into the real world after deployment, stuff like that. Those that are struggling, stuff like that. So that's what we're out here, raising money for and awareness and stuff like that for us wounded soldiers and stuff like that.
And what's your name?
My name's Tyson.
So Tyson, you riding or crewing?
Riding. All riding.
Okay, great. Why RAAM as a place to help you give voice to your charity and everything you're working for here?
Mostly, there's a lot of people. A lot of people out there really don't understand the invisible wounds of what all the soldiers are going for as far as PTSD, TBI. And I think RAAM was a good start to try to incorporate that into the world and let them know that not all wounds from soldiers coming back are visible. So it was a good way to support it.
Tell us your name, and was this your first RAAM? It's kind of your cycling experience. What about just give you a book.
My name's Drew Webster. This is my first time doing RAAM. Sorry about that. First time doing RAAM. First time doing any cycling event, quite this event. Except for Mike here, all of our first time doing any multi-day endurance event. A lot of us have done other cycling type events. I've done triathlon for the past 4 years. I did Ironman Kona this past year. And I just graduated from West Point. I was on the West Point triathlon team there, so we did a lot of training for that. And we're just here trying to represent the military, represent the Army and the Marine Corps, and showing what what soldiers can do, even coming back from deployments, all the effects that has both physically and mentally, and how they can move forward and still become a great part of society and contribute to society.
And Mike, Race Across America, you're out there on a hand cycle, you're low to the ground. What the heck is that like when you're just screaming along at 50 plus miles an hour on that bicycle?
Well, when we descend off of the glass tower, speed limit's 55, 60. Who's going to pay my traffic tickets? Isn't it careless and reckless driving 20 miles over the speed limit?
Yeah, there you go.
I've been hand cycling for 7 years. I'm the executive director for the Paralyzed Veterans of America. These guys invited me to come ride with them to raise awareness for PTSD, TBI, and recovery for soldiers. And a lot of paralyzed soldiers, they come home, they sit on the couch, and they don't realize how many opportunities are out there. Same thing with TBI, PTSD. This is to really help educate not only the soldiers, but the general public of what's really going on with these guys, the unseen wounds, the scars that you just don't see when you walk up and introduce yourself. And I'm truly honored to be able to do this ride with them. I have a lot of endurance experience. I've done several long distance races. They're going to be doing all the climbing because I'm not climbing. But when we get to the downhills and the flats, that's where I'm taking over. I can't wait to see that 1,000 miles going across Kansas. So it's going to be a really good experience. This is new for these guys, and it's a life-changing experience that'll never be happening again. So I'm just truly blessed and honored to be a part of the race and a part of this team.
An honor to have you here, Mike. Appreciate it. And thanks to all of you. Really excited, as I said before, to be here in Oceanside. We can't wait for all the energy that we're going to have on Saturday, noon, down at the pier. Racers are going to be getting underway. First team off 12 noon. We've got 48 teams going out at 1-minute intervals. Be down there to cheer them on. And be sure to follow the results, www.raceacrossamerica.org. Thanks so much for your time. Hope everyone has a wonderful time tonight. Howard LaGrange, thank you.